Hey everyone, this is Rayanne from Midlife Out and Loud. And as you can see, I am all geared up. And guess where I'm headed to? I am going on a huge bucket list trip of mine, which is to Antarctica. And I am actually leaving in 2 weeks on Quark Expeditions. Um, so we're going to head to Buenos Aires first, and then head down to Ushuaia, and then on our way to Antarctica. So today, 2 weeks out, I am going to go over the clothes that I'm going to be bringing, and we'll also talk about gear and yeah, all of the fun stuff that I've been planning and trying to get organized. And so hopefully I have everything figured out. You'll see I have a lot of clothes. So I don't even know if you can see all that, but we'll go through that. But I'm excited to share this trip with you and with everybody. So yeah, let's get started. First and foremost, the whole philosophy when it comes to packing for Antarctica is all about layers. And so you can see I've got some of my layers on, got thermal, got fleece leggings. But yeah, so the philosophy is all about layers. You want a base layer, mid layer for warmth, and then you want an outer layer for protection. There's going to be a lot of external or accessory items too to keep your extremities warm. But also on the expedition especially for Quark Expeditions, but for a lot of the other expedition cruise lines as well, they provide a parka, and you can also use the muck boots that they'll provide when we're going on the Zodiac or also when we're going on land. And so um, the rest of it is going to be what you need to wear and layer when you go on those expeditions, and then also just stuff that you want to be able to have when you're just walking around the cruise ship, because you're going to have a lot of time on the cruise, and then other times you're going to be out on the expedition. So first and foremost, we'll talk about base layers. So I personally chose merino wool. They say stay away from cotton because it'll retain the water. Wool will help to remove the moisture away from your body and wick away moisture and sweat. And so, obviously, one of the things you really want to do is keep dry and also stay warm. So, those are going to be really important. So, you want base layers for both your bottom and for your top. For the top, I'm wearing one of them right now, is a black one, but I've got a lot. Um, so I got a lot of them. I think I'm only going to be bringing 3 that will allow me to rotate through. We'll have excursions in the morning and then also in the afternoon. But I chose smart wool. So I'm a thick girly. And so I wanted to make sure that I found clothing that fits well for me. I use a large or X large depending on the brand, but this one here I'm using Smart Wool from REI, and these are X large merino wool tops. And so you'll see this one here is a maroon one. Got a lot of these on sale last spring season, just as summer was starting when we had all the sales. So I've got 2 of these Smart Wool ones from REI. And then I also found some on Amazon. These are Thermajon and I guess Thermajane. So from men and women. I have those as well, but again, I'm going to bring only 3 to minimize all the packing. So we also have a weight limit on our luggage. It's only 46 pounds because we're going to be taking a charter flight from Buenos Aires down to Ushuaia. So even though commercial flights allow for 50 pounds, we're only going to be allowed 46 pounds for our check-in luggage on the charter flight. So it's something that I've got to keep in mind. The other thing for base layer then also, so I talked about the top, so these are just the base layers, is now the base layer for the bottom. So again, I think I'm only going to be bringing 3. I've got 4 here. I've got a 5th one that I'm wearing right now. But again, Thermajane leggings. They're a little, I guess, not as thick, but you can get them thicker. But again, you're really wanting the close base layer to your body to help wick away the moisture. You're going to have another layer, which is like this fleece top that you're going to end up having to keep warm. And then you're going to have this outer parka, which the expedition will be providing. But then I also have from Smart Wool from REI. I've got 3 of their leggings. So I think these are probably the ones that I'm going to be bringing. And these again are wool base layers for the bottom. Now, when it comes to the warm out or the warm mid layer, I've got this, But I also have another one as well I'm thinking about bringing, which is this one here. So kind of large though, so I'm kind of debating if I want to bring this. It might be bulky or be awkward since it's kind of big, and have that underneath the parka. But we'll see. I think I'm going to bring it because it may be something that'll be good to wear around the ship. But I also have these other layers. So again, I bought these from REI. I'm trying to see if they're all REI brand, but they are fleece pants. And so a little looser, not as fitted, but they will allow me to layer the leggings and then the fleece. And then I will have another layer, and I'll show you that, that will go over this, that is waterproof and windproof. So this is one, it's a fleece and warm. And then this one also, and that one is an REI brand. And then this one as well is thicker and a little bigger. As you can see, it's a little bulkier. So we'll see how this fits. This one is a North Face brand that I also bought from REI. And so I think I'm going to test them out and see which ones I like. But this is what I'm going to use when I'm going on the Zodiac, as well as when we go on land in Antarctica. So from what I heard, it can get really windy. We're going at the end of November, beginning part of December. So we're not quite at the peak of summer. So I know it's going to be cooler and windy. I think it's supposed to be in the 30s, like low 30s. So hoping that this, in addition to the outer windproof and waterproof layer, will keep me warm. Now the other piece too, and as I mentioned, we're going to get the parka, which will be windproof and waterproof, from Quark Expeditions. The other requirement is waterproof and windproof pants. Some people will use ski pants. I didn't find that I was comfortable wearing it. As I mentioned, I'm a thick girly. When I looked at snow pants, I felt like, I don't know why they assume that the bigger you are, if you got, butt and hips and thighs, that you're also like 6 feet tall. I'm not. I'm 5'5". So I just happen to be a short, thick girl. And so a lot of those ski pants just didn't quite fit, and I felt real bunched up. But these pants that I got from REI, these are REI brand. Yep, this one's an X large, and it fits comfortably over the fleece pants, the leggings base layer, and the fleece pants. So I'm really excited about that. And so very comfortable and required. And what I do like about this is it does have the zip on the side to help with the boots, because we'll be wearing muck boots and we've got to be able to get these pants over the muck boots. And then it also has drawstring that you can also tighten. So that will help to keep, again, water out as much as possible, and then avoid getting your clothes wet underneath. So really, it's all about warmth and staying dry. So I have all of that. Obviously, we'll have socks. I've got liner socks here, like a thin liner socks. I've got the thick wool socks. Again, all from REI, although I think this one is from Amazon. Just found some wool socks. Again, key is wool. Do not do cotton. You do not want your feet wet. You're probably going to get warm and sweaty. You want the wool to be able to wick away moisture. So I'm going to test out wearing both of them. I have seen some people online on YouTube say that they felt pretty warm and was good with just wearing one pair of socks versus two. And then some people said that they were a lot colder and ended up, layering 3 socks. So I don't know how that would go. But I'll be bringing at least 3 pairs of each, if not probably another one. And then also sports bras. So I got a bunch of sports bras, debating how many I'm going to bring of that, as well as underwear, which I'm not showing, but we'll bring that as well. So I've got all of that. The other items, aside from what I'm going to be wearing on my body, is also gear. So this one, this is also a jogger pants. So this is going to be something that I'll wear on the ship. So a lot of the clothes that I have here, especially the fleece pants that I'm using as a mid layer, I can also use walking around the ship. So I could layer that with the this top and other base layers underneath and walk around the ship with that. But I also have these fleece joggers that I'm going to bring as well that can also double up as layering as a mid layer. So I've got a debate about how many I'm going to bring. I said I was probably going to bring 3 things of each, but we'll see if it all will fit. And I'll show you which luggage I'm going to be using. So the other thing too is you want to keep your extremities warm, right? So we talked about the socks. gloves. So let's see. Oh, yep. So I've got these gloves. So they say bring two. I've got these, which forget the brand. It says OR. Ooh, I can't read. Outdoor Research. Um, so got these. I believe I found these in REI. So pretty much everything in REI. But this is double. So what I like about this is it has clips so that you can keep them together. They also have hoops so that you can attach as well. So they talk about bringing carabiners to help attach so that you don't accidentally drop them anywhere. But what's great about these is not only are they thick and have a lot of good grip, so you can hold on to things, but it also comes with a fleece lined inner liner that makes it much easier or allows you to be able to pull it out and layer, so it still keeps you warm. I don't know if this one's waterproof. I think it might be water resistant. For sure this one is waterproof, the outer part. But what I like about this too is it has the ability to, I guess there's some material here that you can use this on your phones and on your digital devices so that you don't have to take your gloves off to activate your phone. So that is really important. So I've got two of these just in case. So they talk about bringing double of certain things like our hats. You've got the gloves. So I've got that here. I've got two gloves. I have two of my hats. So, I'm bringing yay to Antarctica. So we've got the rainbow. I've got a second one. Yay. And then what I like about these is it goes over the ears. If you don't have, if you have some people just bring a regular beanie, make sure it's long enough to go over your ears because it can get really cold. But you also have the parka, which will have the hood so you can keep that warm as well. And then this one also you could tie if you want. The other piece too, and they talk about bringing scarves, but scarves, can get loose and kind of blow off, especially since it'll be windy. So they recommend gaiters. I have a couple of them. This is one that I had from back in my days of running, but this one is a little looser, also fleece lined. You can pull it up and tighten it around your face with the wind. I got some other ones as well, and these ones are merino wool. They got two sides to it. The only thing that I did notice is that they are short. So I don't know how this is going to be, if I think I should probably get a longer one instead of these short ones. So we'll see what I end up bringing. I probably will do I guess, a debrief after the trip of what worked and what didn't work when it comes to all the stuff that I brought. What else? Oh, I talk about sunscreen. I'll have sunscreen, so I'll probably go through all of the stuff that I'm going to bring in my day pack as well as my toiletry kit. But a lot of them talk about, and this is just a cheapy brand of polarized either ski goggles. So these would be really good when the water is spraying and it's windy out on the Zodiac. But then also bring in polarized sunglasses, which I do have here. So I'll bring these. These also have a little attachment so just they don't go flying off on me and they stay attached. So I'll be bringing these with me to Antarctica. Let's see what else with regards to actually on the ship. So I got all of that. I will have this. I will have a puffy jacket that I may wear around, but from what I heard though, is that the parka has an inner liner. So it's not only just an outer part that's windproof and waterproof, but there's also an inner liner that I don't know if it's fleece or puffy like this, but we'll get that when we're on the ship. I know that in Ushuaia it'll be cooler, so technically it's going to be summer down in the southern hemisphere. Buenos Aires will be warmer, probably upper 70s, 80s when we go. Right now, that's what the temperature is right now, but we're still 2 weeks out. But when we go to Ushuaia, it'll be cooler, so I'm thinking I may need this. I just don't want to add more if I don't need to, especially if I'm going to be getting a jacket. So I'm going to try and figure out if there's a way that I could layer up with the clothes that I currently have and use that when we go to Ushuaia, because we're only going to be there for a few hours before we board the ship. So debating about this if I really need to bring this. So yeah, so truly that is it with regards to clothes. For shoes, because the ship on the deck can be slippery. I went to Alaska and I used just my regular running shoes, and they didn't have good enough anti-slip bottoms. So I will probably bring these and use these most of the time walking around. They do recommend that you still wear layers or carry around your jacket and hat, because at any time the crew could let us know, hey, there's whales or other wildlife that they would want us to see. And so a lot of people will just go running outside. So I probably plan to wear this. And then the last but not least, oh, actually a couple of things. So one is if you're going to work out, they have a gym on board. I may work out. We'll see, right? I think my plan is to explore every part of the ship. So I may bring something to work out in. But the other one is the polar plunge. So polar plunge. I have, I don't wear bathing suits. But I do have shorts. So I'm thinking about which shorts would I bring and what top would I bring to wear to jump into freezing water, and or also wear it in the sauna, because they do have that on the ship. So I'm excited. So just got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to wear like a rash guard, which is the long sleeve, and more clothes versus some people just wear shorts or bikinis, and that's not me. But I may wear my like tankini, as you can see, like this little tankini, and then shorts. I don't know what the philosophy is, if it's better to wear more clothes or less clothes. I figure, hey, you're in and out. It's going to be a few seconds. It's not going to be like I'm in there for minutes or for long. So yeah, so we will see what I end up bringing. But that is really all the clothes that I have for on the ship. And I may bring a couple of other tops maybe, or we'll see if I could repurpose some of the stuff that I'll take for Buenos Aires and use that to layer when I'm walking around the ship. I think they say, hey, expect to, everyone's going to be wearing pretty much the same things throughout the trip. This is a 11, 12-day trip that includes meeting in Buenos Aires and going down to Ushuaia. So I think it'll be good. I just got to go through all the clothes and try them on again, make sure I'm comfortable wearing them. And then just making sure if it's good. Now let's see if I could get it to fit into this luggage. So one of the things I did, I was thinking about bringing like a regular luggage, and then decided, hey, you know what? Let's get something that is more durable and easy to maneuver. From what I saw, there's a lot of space underneath the beds that we'll be staying in the rooms where we'll be at, that we can put the luggage underneath. So, but this one I know is rugged and durable. So I did get this. This was also from REI. So it's a rolling duffel, and it does, once you have it opened up, it does stand up. So this is something too that I like about it. And then you've got handles, you've got the clips to keep it secure. It's waterproof. That's also something that I felt was very important. It's got a lot of space. It's got some zip up sorry, I don't know if you can even see that. Zip up locations, or zip up compartments, zip up on the outside. I like that you've got handles on both so you can maneuver it, but it has some weight to it already, which I don't, considering that I can only do 46 pounds, so I have to be just very careful of what it is that I can bring, or what I plan to bring. Because not only this, I've got toiletries, I've got some of my gear, but I think I'm going to carry the gear in a backpack or a carry-on, which we have, I think, is 21 pounds or 22-pound limit. So I'll plan for that. But yeah, so that's what I have right now. I'm excited. I cannot believe I'm 2 weeks out. This has been a long time coming. Um, yeah, please follow me as I plan to absolutely record the whole trip, and I'll probably do them in different spurts as I'm going through the trip. I don't know what Wi-Fi is going to be like on the ship, but as soon as I can, I'll be posting videos of my journey to Antarctica, to the end of the earth. So if you want to follow me on this journey, please subscribe, and yeah, I look forward to sharing more with you. And if you have any questions or any comments, and you've been to Antarctica as well and have some advice for me, please provide that for me. I would be excited. I've been doing a lot of research on YouTube and online. And yeah, I am super, super excited. So thank you again for watching. I hope this was very helpful. I will include a link to all of the items that I'm bringing, my packing list, and then I will look to share more information on the gear that I plan on bringing. I'm not a big photographer with, say, a digital SLR camera. I do have a couple of them from friends, but I don't think I'm going to bring them. I just really don't know how to use them, so we'll see. But anyway, this was all about the clothes and the gear that I'm going to be bringing, or the luggage that I will be bringing. And stay tuned for more videos on the rest of the stuff that I'll be bringing and also my journey as I go to the end of the earth.